What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Fireside Giants. I'm your host, Anthony Rivardo. I want to dive back into the film again today. I did this a couple weeks ago. You guys really liked it. I broke down Daniel Jones's plays against the Houston Texans in the preseason. Now I want to take a look at Malik Nabers in the preseason because I thought Malik Nabers looked like a superstar in the making all throughout the summer. I thought he had some flashes of great potential during that preseason game, and I think it would be fun to take a look at some of those great plays, break down what he did that made them special, and maybe what the offensive play calling did, or Daniel Jones even did to make those plays work, and also look at those plays where maybe he and Jones weren't on the same page or things didn't go right. What went wrong on those plays? Were they his fault? Rookie growing pains? Or is he just that good that it's never his fault? Well, that's never the case. But anyway, I do want to go ahead, dive into these plays, take a look at how he performed against the Houston Texans, and get you guys all fired up and juiced up, ready to rock and roll week one, Malik Nabers versus the Minnesota Vikings. So I won't waste any more time. Let's go ahead and dive into the film. All right, first and foremost, I want to dive into his first target of the preseason. Now, if you guys remember, this went incomplete. What I do like here, let's just point this out immediately. He goes in motion. I like that the Giants are getting him in motion. It's going to create one-on-one opportunities for him. It's going to get him a full head of steam before the ball is even snapped and just allow him to get out of the line of scrimmage as soon as possible. So a green light there. Now, the play rolls, and what happens? Well, he runs this go route, and it almost gets intercepted. And a lot of people immediately wanted to dunk on Daniel Jones for this. But in reality, I don't know if that's fair, because what you have here is a classic timing route. And Malik Nabers ran these timing routes to perfection during his collegiate career, at least last season with Jaden Daniels. I watched a lot of pre-draft film on Daniels and Nabers, and they had this one down pat. But I understand why some fans might point to Daniel Jones and say, okay, this is a bad throw. What you see is the cornerback is already breaking on the pass before Nabers even turns around. Jones is throwing it. And you can argue that Jones stared him down and made it too obvious, and that's why this cornerback was breaking on it. But in reality, I think this is just bad timing, and that just comes with reps. I don't blame Nabers, and I don't blame Jones for this play. In fact, I just think this is just preseason football. So this is one that I won't overreact to. We'll go ahead and break down some of the other plays in just a second, but this one in particular, I think some fans made it to do about nothing. I get it. Maybe Jones stares down too hard. I don't think so. I think he makes his drop back, makes the throw, and the timing just wasn't there. The more they play together, the better they'll get. Soon enough, this is going to be bread and butter for the Giants offense as well. All right, next up is the second target for Malik Nabers, and on this one, we all know this also fell incomplete. Deep pass up the right sideline to Nabers, and I'm going to point out a few things here. First of all, some fans maybe want to blame Daniel Jones. I'm going to go ahead, get out in front of this. This is a good play by Daniel Jones. What you have here, you've got one-on-ones on the outside, and you have a middle safety covering the middle of the field. So you've got all this green real estate. You know that it's one-on-one on the sidelines. Jones just has to put it on the money. And in my opinion, he does. It's a really nice release here from Malik Nabers. I want to rewind this and just take a look at that. Like, he sets up Stingley. Now he's getting out of this break right here. If I pause it at the perfect time, Nabers is ready to explode. Stingley is still trying to set him up. Can't really do much there. Nabers blows by him. Does a good job. And right here, you see, if you saw my last film breakdown where I discussed Daniel Jones, I mentioned how Jalen Hyatt didn't stack his cornerback on that second interception that Jones threw. Right here, cornerback is stacked. This is a well-done job by Malik Nabers to gain this leverage where Jones just fits it in the bucket and he has a chance at a grab. The problem here is you can see Stingley, or I think it's Stingley, cornerback's hand pulling down Malik Nabers' hand. This just should have been a PI, if anything. I don't blame this one on Nabers or on Jones. I thought this was a great route by Nabers. Yes, it hits him in the hand, or at least in one hand, whether that's one hand or two hands, I don't know. Looks like it's just one hand, clearly. Obviously, he gets two hands on it at some point. I don't blame Nabers for dropping that one. His arm is being held down by the cornerback. It's not fair to hold this one against him. All I'm going to say is this is a route to praise him for. Excellent release. Excellent job stacking the cornerback, getting open, and a good throw and a good read against the defensive coverage by Daniel Jones. These are the plays that don't connect in the preseason. Once we get into the regular season, those two get more reps together. These are home run shots. These are going to be touchdowns. These are going to be big plays. This is what you love to see, a really well-ran route from Malik Nabers, and I think a well-placed ball by Daniel Jones. Okay, next up here, you have a great play by Malik Nabers, a wow moment, and I'll just roll it through, and then we'll discuss it. You're going to see he runs this deep out route Really love the route here, and I'm going to explain why in just a second. But I do want to just point out the body control on this reception is ridiculous. Like the way he's twisting through the air, makes the grab, corrals it, gets both feet down. These are the plays that make you special in the NFL. This is superstar level performance. So, what's the coverage here? Let's break that down, and then that will help inform us on why this is such a good route from Malik Nabers. What you have here is some sort of a disguise coverage because it kind of looks like it's cover 4, right? It looks like it's Palms defense. It's not. It's really a cover 2. This cornerback is actually going to drop. This cornerback is going to drop, and you're going to get man-to-man cover 2 is at least what it looks like to me. Correct me if I'm wrong down below. But the key here for Nabers as he's running this out route is to somehow beat this safety because he knows that this is zone right here. So this whole area of the field should be covered, but where is Nabers' route going? It's going right there. How do you get this safety out of the play? You have to sell an inside route. He has to make it look like he's running some sort of a post or a dig, whatever it might be. He has to make it look like he is going to the inside. That's the way to get that cornerback in that zone out of the play. So if you watch this route from Nabers, he stems it right up the middle of the field. Look, he's heading towards the middle. Where is this corner going? He's going towards the middle with him, and that creates a leverage. This guy's hips are flipped, so when Nabers bangs this thing to the outside, it's too late. He's not turning around for that in time. So you're going to see Nabers, really clever stuff there, good leverage. You could see the cornerback even coming out of his break. He slips. He can't get his hips around fast enough because Nabers exploded out of that break. He's got all of the space. Cornerback slipping. Really good route by Malik Nabers. Way to manipulate the zone coverage. Get yourself open for a nice opportunity at a reception. It's not the best ball. Maybe you can argue it's a little late from Daniel Jones. This isn't a Jones breakdown, so we're not going to get into that. We're just going to marvel at the fact that Malik Nabers ran such a good route, made such a nice, strong, contested catch on the sideline. All right, next play here is similar. You do have a nice little outbreaking route to the sideline from Malik Nabers. There's two things that I'm going to break down. First of all, the routes. We're going to praise him for that one again because, guys, Nabers is a really good route runner. But the first and foremost thing that I do want to praise is the play call. I mentioned it earlier in this video. The Giants are going to put him in motion a lot. It's going to create a lot of opportunities for him. You see they put him in motion here. It gives him more space to operate with on this sideline. He's going out this way. When you move him in here, say he's running this route from right here, not a whole lot of space. But now he's got all of this space, and he's already got a head start on the play because you'll see the ball is snapped, and he's already ready to go. He's moving, and if you really take a look at it, if you want to take a look at Nabers before the play, he kind of looks like he's ready to block. Because they put him in motion, it almost looks like they're running some sort of inside zone, and he's going to come up here and try and wall off this linebacker or something. He looks like he's in a blocking stance. Cornerback isn't thinking that he's about to run up and bang this out route. So once he does, I really like the release here. Look at how he walks it out. It's a walkout release. He kind of looks like he's jogging, getting ready to block. Really helps Daniel Jones sell this play action here. If you just watch Nabers as this play rolls through, play action, looks like it's a running play. Cornerback, where is his eyes? They're not on Nabers. They're on the quarterback. So he's thinking this is a running play. So as Nabers kind of walks it out, boom. Now the cornerback's leverage is off because he started getting into his run fit, and all you have is green, wide open space here for Nabers to run into. Quick and easy out route. Good throw by Daniel Jones across his body. And a few yards here for a nice gain. All right, next play here from Nabers is really nice. This is one of my favorite plays that he had in that game. You see him lined up at the top of your screen, out wide, right on the line of scrimmage as your X receiver, which is what you want him to be. Let's just roll this through and take a look at it. Again, really love this route. This is going to be a staple in the Giants offense. The way he sells this route is excellent. And also, I'm going to point out, this is another nice play design. The Giants this time did get that cover 4 look, and it really was cover 4. So what you're seeing here, this is a good place to pause it and demonstrate. You've got this guy going deep. This guy's going deep, deep, deep. But anybody who's running into this area, he's going to have to get down and cover. What you have to keep an eye on, this linebacker is going to try and guard the middle. This guy's going to try and guard the sideline. This guy's going to try and guard the sideline. So you just have basically all these defensive backs running deep, preventing a long play. What do you like to do against cornerbacks who are backpedaling and trying to prevent the deep ball? Well, you like to run up on them and then stop. And it's all about timing here. So you got to give credit to Daniel Jones for making a well-timed throw here to Nabers, but it's a really good route. Let's take a look at the way he ran it. So gets out of his stance, runs upfield, and that's the part right there that I like. So look at him attacking the outside shoulder right here. Cornerback is completely off leverage. Like he's already beat. Once you see the cornerback look like this versus the receiver with a full head of steam, it's done. But Nabers is running this to make it look like he's going up towards that sideline, right? But watch, he runs it like that, and then boom. Now he's breaking inside. So, okay, now the cornerback needs to kind of tail it towards the middle of the field because that's where it looks like Nabers is going. Maybe he's running this deep post. No, then he just curls it back. So it's a really great way to win that leverage. It's a good, well-timed throw from Daniel Jones. And the other thing that I want to point out here on this play, as we roll it through, like I said, Nabers running this kind of fake post and stop, but Wandale's actually running this post, which is why this safety gets pulled out of the play and opens up this green zone for Daniel Jones and Malik Nabers to connect. So really good stuff here. A nice play design, an excellent route from Malik Nabers, and a well-timed throw from Daniel Jones. All right, so last play that we're going to break down, another wow play from Malik Nabers. This coverage is interesting. It's a disguised coverage. It looks like it's cover two, whether it be man or zone, doesn't matter. You got two deep safeties. What it really is, you've got a one and you've got a robber. This is cover one robber, and it's man coverage. Now, whether Daniel Jones diagnoses that at the line of scrimmage or not doesn't really matter. He just knows that he's got one-on-one here with Nabers and maybe some safety help, which is what's going to come into play on this snap. So you're going to see it run through. Again, I'll just highlight the coverage. You see this safety dropping down. He's playing that robber, and this safety is just basically trying to defend anything over the top. But there is a lot of open space here in this coverage look. However, Jones knows there could end up being some help from this safety. So I'm going to give credit to Daniel Jones here. Really good throw, back shoulder. It's a little bit high. It is. It's way too difficult of a catch for Nabers. He makes it because he's going to be a star. I'm very confident in that. He has unreal body control, which is the main thing to highlight on this play. But this is a good throw by Daniel Jones against this coverage. Like, this is the right read. You've got safety help over the top, most likely. So you want to throw it back shoulder and make it a one-on-one opportunity. The timing is good. Malik Nabers is ready for it. And he just makes a spectacular grab. Like, there isn't a ton to break down on this play. I figured I'd break it down, give you guys the coverage look, show you the anatomy of this play. Again, if you want me to break it down from the offensive standpoint, all that really matters, there's something short here from Wandale to keep this player out of the game or out of the play, and it's just a fade route up the sideline. This was always going to Nabers' back shoulder, and he just makes a hell of a grab. Like, there isn't a ton that you can say other than, wow. Like, look at that catch. I will pause it, take a look at it. You want to talk about a receiver going up there and making your quarterback look better, high pointing the ball, making an elite grab, being a playmaker? Well, Malik Nabers, he sure as hell is a playmaker. That is what you are seeing on this play. So again, not a ton to break down there, but just an excellent throw or just an excellent catch from Malik Nabers on a high throw, well-timed back shoulder, little too high, but you can throw it up there. If you guys remember, Malik Nabers did say to Daniel Jones, or he told the reporters that he said to Daniel Jones during the summer of practices, I'm good enough. Just throw it near me and I'll make the grab. Daniel Jones put in his words into practice. He's throwing it near Malik Nabers. Nabers is making the grab, whether it's near him or if he's got to extend for it on the sideline, doesn't really matter. So Malik Nabers, guys, he is special. He is a lot of fun to watch, and I'm really excited to continue to break him down all throughout the season. If you want some sort of Nabers week-to-week breakdown episodes, let me know down below. Who do you want me to break down next? I'm going to do a breakdown after week 1, give you guys my thoughts and opinions on the All-22 for the game versus the Vikings, and I'm probably going to do a breakdown every single week as long as you guys want them. So just give me your feedback down below in the comment section. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed this episode. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Ring the bell so don't miss an episode. And comment your thoughts down below in the comment section. If you're listening on Apple or Spotify, make sure to leave us a 5-star review. Go ahead and follow us on all of our social media channels at Fireside Giants. Without further ado, catch you all on the next one. Have a good one, and let's go Giants.
Perfect.